we're going to move and actually stay in the same division. There's another quarterback who is struggling right now, who, I had my reservations with him earlier in the season, even prior to, even in the offseason, is Cam Newton with the New England Patriots. They have lost, I believe, 3 or 4 in a row, which is not very common in Foxborough. The Patriots are struggling. Could you say the last game you can put it all on Cam? He did fumble. I've in my heart of hearts, I felt that they were going to beat the Buffalo Bills if he had held onto that ball. They were moving the ball. I don't think they were just setting up for a field goal. They were setting up for a touchdown. He fumbles the ball. I know it was cold. It was kind of rainy, yada, yada, yada. Cam Newton has been struggling, man. And I get it. He doesn't have the best talent around him. New England cannot draft a wide receiver to save their life, nor a running back. Their best running back from that I can remember that was there like an all-pro was probably Corey Dillon. And Corey Dillon, I think, signed there via free agency many years ago from the Bengals. Other than that, you got Rex Burkhead, James White, Sony Michel, who we thought was going to be pretty decent, but where is he at? The receiving core is not the best either. Julian Edelman is a shell of himself now with Tom Brady not in Foxborough anymore. He's on the IR. N'Keal Harry is looking like a bust. Mohamed Sanu couldn't even make the team anymore. They had to cut him. So he's just throwing to guys that we don't even know who they are. But even prior to that, Cam Newton really was not a great thrower of the football, even in his last days in Carolina. Now, some of that could have been the shoulder injuries. Who knows? But his MVP year, don't be mistaken. He didn't win the MVP because he threw the ball well. He won the MVP because he ran the ball. I think he had 10-plus rushing touchdowns that year, and their team won, I think, 11 or 12 games. So that solidified his spot as the MVP. Was he the best quarterback that year from a quarterbacking perspective? Probably not, but he was the hottest and probably the best player on the field any given Sunday, right? So the struggles today to me are not that surprising. He just doesn't have it. He just doesn't have it anymore. And he's playing for his NFL career at this point. Now, they release a lot of videos of him working out hard, and some of that stuff could have been premature because I'm guilty. The first 2 games, I was like, okay, well, this might work. They're running the ball with him. Maybe they could set up a little play action, something like that. But these last couple of games, man, it's just not working. And granted, to come to his defense, he supposedly had contracted COVID, missed 2 weeks of practice, if I'm not mistaken. There's a lot of things, but I don't think Cam Newton is worth that much money anymore. And that's why he received the contract that he did. And Bill Belichick understands that. And that's why Bill Belichick said, you know what, we're going to give you a 1-year deal, I think worth like $2 million, if that. And a lot of people were shocked and absurd that they would even offer a Super Bowl quarterback and an MVP quarterback that type of money. And well, the facts is that he's not the same guy anymore. He's not the same guy. Like I said, it could be injuries, but Cam Newton has never really been that much of a passing type quarterback. He's a runner. That's what he does. That's what he gets paid to do. And that's kind of his calling card. And they run him a lot. And they bit him in the butt, Sunday. He ended up coughing up the ball, but I won't say it's all his fault because Bill Belichick does have a hand in player personnel decisions. But I think New England and Bill Belichick understand that this year was going to be a rebuilding year of some sorts. You had a lot of players opt out because of COVID. He decided not to get help at the wide receiver spot. So I'm not going to blame Cam Newton all the way, but he definitely does have to shoulder some of it because he's not playing well, period. So I hope Cam, and right now that division is looking pretty tough. I mean, I'm not going to say Miami could win it, but who knows? The Dolphins could probably win that division. Buffalo is not looking that good anymore. Josh Allen's kind of regressing in some sorts. So, I mean, a lot of people had him MVP beginning of the year, but I was like, let's pump the brakes on that. Like, let's be real. One thing about the NFL season, you have to take it within increments because 1 week, one team plays good, another team plays bad, and it flip-flops the next week. It's a marathon. You have to take the average. And right now, Josh Allen, to me, is an average quarterback. But Cam Newton is probably the worst quarterback in that league division right now. And that's including Sam Darnold, who I think Sam Darnold is better, but Sam Darnold just doesn't have talent as well too. But that's another debate for another time, for another show. So Cam, man, hopefully, man, he can work it out and they can do something and make a run. If not, they might be in the running for one of those high draft picks to get one of those, I think, 5 or 6 top quarterbacks. Maybe not Trevor Lawrence, but there's some other good guys coming out in the draft. And Bill Belichick understands that. And Bill Belichick needs that too.